Hey everyone, how's it going? So I just got a package in the mail, which I am so excited about. It is the Starlink satellite internet device, I guess you could say. And right now I'm in Connecticut and we have technically two internet service providers, but they're both extremely expensive for what they provide, and it's not even that great of service, and there just aren't many options. And so Starlink, I got it, it's in beta right now, so speeds are going to be ranging from 50 megabits per second to 150 megabits per second, and then latency will be between 20 milliseconds and 40 milliseconds. So yeah, I'm gonna do some speed tests later on to see what exactly is going on during the beta, but I signed up, I think, in February for it. I got a message in April saying that it was preparing to ship, and my ship date was supposed to be like mid-June, but I ended up getting it today, which is now May 11th. So I got it a whole month earlier than I thought. So today we're gonna do an unboxing, see what is going on in there, and then we'll do a setup later on. So this is the box it came in, and for comparison, that's my Prius. It's a pretty large box. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. I already cut off the tape so it would be a little bit easier, but oh wow. So it looks like we got some instructions here. Looks like downloaded app on your phone. Outside, you're gonna put the satellite dish, and then inside the house, it looks like we're gonna connect some things here, and then we're gonna go to the app on my phone, and then we're gonna test out the connection. That's what that looks like, at least. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. You got the stand here that it comes with. It comes with the base, so you can just easily set it up. You can also get a roof mount and a couple other mounts. I have a mount coming for a pole because I don't know if I want to put it on the roof quite yet. Since it came earlier than I thought, I am not really prepared to put it anywhere yet. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I have a pole mount coming, so I might be able to just stick it in the yard like on a pole. So let's see what we got going on. It looks like over here, a power cable. Here it looks like we have the power adapter, and this is connected. Oh, that's so cool. So all the cables are already connected. It's already connected here. So you got that nicely coiled up into the router, which is a really cool shape. It honestly kind of reminds me of the Cybertruck with the sharp edges and metallic look to it. It looks like they're going for a half and half. So you got the darker and then lighter. Okay, darker and lighter going on there. Wow, that's really cool. It makes it really simple since everything is already connected. It doesn't even look like you're gonna have to be doing much in that regard. So let's see. I think this should come off the top. So let's take a quick look at the router itself. It looks like that's the cable that comes from the power and also the internet connection, which will feed into here. And then it also has an auxiliary Ethernet port. A whole lot of cable in there. And then let's look at the actual dish itself, if we can carefully. So this actually is able to heat itself up as well. So in the snow, it should be able to melt it off, and you shouldn't have any issues with it blocking the signal from the satellites. And it also rotates and tilts on its own to get the best connection for you as well. So you don't have to like aim it in a certain direction. It'll do that automatically. But this is, it just feels, oh, it is quite heavy. It feels extremely good quality. Looks like this part is glass. The back is gonna be a plastic material. There is a little kind of little scraping going on there. Not a huge deal. I did notice it was pretty dusty though in the box itself. It looks like this is kind of covered in some dust, which is interesting. But other than that, the build quality feels very strong, very durable for the weather, so that's awesome. So my overall first impressions are I'm very impressed with the build quality and the ease of installation. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy to install. All the cables are already connected, so you don't even have to figure out like which ports to put everything into, and then everything will just be done through the app after that, which is honestly more simple than having someone come to your house between a window of time and then they never show up and then they charge you extra for the, oh, don't get me started on this. I had an experience one time. So I just ended up setting up the Starlink, and it was easier than expected, and so I didn't even bother filming it, to be honest, because it was just so boring. But here it is. This is my makeshift temporary location. We're obviously gonna have to eat on this table eventually, so I just set it up there. I have a couple different mounts coming because it comes with this one. However, you can purchase a roof mount, and I also have a pole mount coming because we have this random pole in our yard. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it used to be a clothesline, and we just never took out the actual pole. And so I might end up putting it there, but I think the roof mount is going to be what is going to be best. And that's about it. I plugged it in, and it found a satellite, started going. I set it up through the app. There's just a couple steps that you have to go through in order to set it up through the app, but it's super easy. The initial speed test that I got was around like 70 megabits per second download. And so far what I've been getting for ping has been between like 30 milliseconds and I would say 50 milliseconds at the moment. It definitely ranges. The weather has been sunny so far, partly cloudy at times, so no real like thunderstorms or anything have come through for me to do some tests on. But if you have any tests that you would want me to do, I was going to do like a gaming test with it. Put that in the comments below because I would love to do that for you guys if you are interested in Starlink and see how it performs. So far what I've noticed with the actual equipment itself is it doesn't seem like the Wi-Fi router has that great of a range. It doesn't quite go fully across my house. And it's not a big house. And the other router that I have can go mostly across the house and like downstairs. But this one, it doesn't seem to go as far from my experience. So yeah, I ran some initial speed tests and it definitely ranges. It doesn't really have a consistent speed at the moment. I would say though, it is consistently above 150 megabits per second download. The upload is more variable. I've seen as low as 5 megabits per second, but also as high as 50 megabits per second. So it fluctuates, I would say, quite a bit, but I have been able to like watch YouTube videos so far in 1080p, no problem. I've been able to watch Twitch streams, no issue. So download speed does seem to be good. I have had a couple intermittent, just like random disconnects where it is showing that it's connected, but when I try to do like a speed test or something or just load anything, it doesn't load. Like it doesn't even load Google, so it doesn't appear that it actually has a connection. Those are just a couple of the like inconsistencies that I've seen so far, but nothing huge. And like I said before, it's still in beta, so as they launch more satellites and everything, like service is just going to get better. And initially, like seeing speeds, I did one speed test, it got up to 350 megabits per second, which is pretty crazy, especially with latency that I've been seeing as well, like 30 to 50 milliseconds. You could definitely game on that. I'm going to be testing that, but from what I'm seeing so far, you probably can. So like I said before, put some tests or something you would want me to do with it to see its performance down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video.